Come ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Kate. Come and be her guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
Kate, it finally happened. Dead man's curve. We didn't make it.
You wrecked her?
Ran off the track?
Was anyone hurt?
Only the poor old cannonball.
Oh, Kate, it was pitiful. There she was, lying on her side, gasping the last of her steam.
Well, were you speeding?
Kate, you know I always exercise caution on Dead Man's Curve.
You were going 14 miles an hour.
13 at the most.
I say 14.
13, 14, what difference does it make? The cannonball wouldn't have gone off the tracks at that speed.
My point exactly. Well, then, would you care to speak up, Mr. Fireman?
Speak up about what?
If I've told that man once, I've told him 100 times. You can rip up one railroad tie from the track and burn it in the firebox. You can rip up every other tie and burn it in the firebox, but you can't rip up 4 in a row. Something's going to give. So this morning at 8:04 on Dead Man's Curve, something gave.
Well, I ain't all that much to blame. I wouldn't have burned 4 except them tires is full of wormholes. And tires full of wormholes burn like that. Especially when you got an engineer hollering, more steam, more steam.
Boys, quarreling isn't going to do any good. Come on up and let's have a cup of coffee and figure this thing out. Come on.
Cut it out. Come on up. I'll tell you what to do.
Thanks for the coffee, Kate.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Oh, don't mention it, boys.
Now, don't worry about the mail or your supplies. We'll still service you by handcar.
I don't think I'll be needing much in the way of supplies. I don't imagine many guests will be coming out here on a handcar.
Well, we'll be doing the pumping.
It ain't hard.
For you, it ain't hard. He does all the lifting up, and I do all the pushing down.
Don't forget, I'm the one that sings row, row, row your boat to keep us in time.
I'm sure it's a fine team effort. Well, look who's here.
Back so soon? What's the matter?
The cannonball will be back in service before you know it. I took care of everything in Hooterville.
Hooterville? You've been gone less than an hour. How could you get... What is that awful smell?
I shrewdly remembered that Steve was crop dusting today, so I bummed a ride from him on his aeroplane. On the way back, we dusted Ed Alby's tomatoes, and the wind was blowing the wrong way.
I was wondering why those flies hit the floor when you came through the door. And Uncle Joe, before you wash up, how about crawling through the attic? It'll save us spraying for spiders.
Any more remarks like that, and I won't tell you how I saved the cannonball.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Uncle Joe. Why don't you, go over by the door and tell us? Well, go ahead, Uncle Joe. Tell us about the cannonball.
It's being saved because I had the presence of mind to call the CNFW Railroad and ask them if they had insurance on her.
Well, if they have, it's sure news to me.
Well, then it's sure news to you. They not only have insurance, but they're going to take care of the whole $300 damages right away.
Joe, you and me have had our differences, but you're okay.
That goes for me, too.
What's the matter, Kate?
Well, I don't know that it was such a good idea calling the CNFW. It's liable to bring Homer Bedloe down on us again.
Oh, Kate, Homer Bedloe ain't coming clear out here for no measly $300.
Homer Bed will come clear out here for a measly 3 cents.
I don't buy it. Tell you what, I'll go swimming at daybreak in the water tower, ice and all, if he comes out here.
Greetings,
Mr. Bedloe.
I'll get my bathing suit and ice pick.
Mr. Bedloe? Why are you here?
Why am I here? Why, my dear lady, when I heard that the good people of the Shady Rest were in distress, only one thought entered my mind.
To come out and kick us while we're down.
That hurts. However, I shall carry on, process the insurance claims, see that fair play is done.
Wait a minute. You mean you're here to process the insurance claim to repair the cannonball?
Well, why else should I be here?
I can think of 100 reasons. But believe me, helping us isn't one of them.
Order, please. Order in the court.
Well, wait a minute, Mr. Bedloe. What do you mean order in the court? This isn't a court of law.
Any dang fool can see it's a hotel lobby.
Well, Mr. Bedloe?
No, Mrs. Bradley, this is not a court of law per se. It is rather a quasi-official inquest into the causes, responsibilities, and delinquencies, if any, pertinent to the derailment and subsequent suspension of service of the common carrier known officially as the CNFW number 8, or unofficially or colloquially as the Cannonball.
What'd he say? I don't know, but he sure said it good. We ought to have him give a talk at our lodge meeting.
Now, we're all here for the purpose of processing the claims so vital to the resumption of rail service in this lovely little valley.
Kate, it looks like he's really trying to help us. What do we do?
Well, we give him the benefit of the doubt, and we cooperate with him to the best of our ability, stand behind him foursquare, and watch him like a hawk.
Now then, were there any witnesses to the accident? Oh, Mr. Pratt, Mr. Smoot, 2 witnesses.
3.
3?
Yeah, me and Charley and Earl Farley's cow. Earl Farley's cow couldn't be a witness, Floyd.
She was standing right there by the track, clear-eyed as all get out. Well, I'll indicate that the cow was on the scene.
Lillian Gish.
Lillian Gish?
Earl always names his cows after famous movie stars. Got a bull named Milton Sills. Oh, you ain't helping the man none. I thought it was. Seems to be a stickler for details.
Well, now, when the cannonball came around this dead man's curve, how fast was it going?
14 miles an hour.
13 miles an hour. Well, what was it, 14 or 13?
Have it his way. Don't make no difference anyhow. We was gonna run off the track with all them ties missing.
What did you say? What ties missing?
4 in a row, right where he ripped them up for fuel.
Oh, what a pity. We haven't a leg to stand on.
What's that?
Well, obvious case of negligence on the train crew's part. The insurance will be denied. Case is closed.
You mean you, as an official of the CNFW Railroad, are going to say that your own company was negligent?
How can I be anything but honest?
But that means the cannonball will never run again.
What a crying shame. Oh, they won't be working on the railroad.
Why, Mr. Bedloe, you still in Hooterville?
Yes, I'm still here. When does that Andy Parker's jitney service leave for Springfield? Supposed to have left 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, maybe he did.
I've been here for 30 minutes.
Sure don't take much to make you lose your charm, does it?
Hi, Kate.
Hi, everybody.
Kate, as long as you call this meeting, why don't you take over?
Oh, thanks, Sam. Well, I'm going to make it short and sweet because you all know what it's about. The cannonball is broken down, and it's going to cost $300 to fix her up. Now, Uncle Joe and I went to the A&K Foundry today, and they seem to understand our problem. First, I offered to put up the Shady Rest as security, but I ran into a little bad luck. They asked to look at my books. Now, the one thing we all want to do, I'm sure, is to save the cannonball.
Drucker.
You got a phone number for this alleged jitney service? Sure, it's written down right alongside the phone over there.
In the form of a note signed by all of us. In other words, if 10 of us put up $30 or the equivalent amount in the form of a note, we've got the cannonball back. Now, what do you say?
I, for one, think it's a great idea.
Well, for two, we second the motion.
Well, let me see a show of hands for cash or security. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just saved the cannonball.
You hear that, Bedlow? Shows you got to get up pretty early in the morning to get the best of Joe Carson in a business deal.
What do you got to do with it?
I was the first one to put up my hand.
There you are, Mr. Bedlow. Here's your fare, Andy.
This is Andy Parker.
Yes?
Been here all the time?
Yeah.
What was I trying to get him on the phone for?
Well, that's your business.
Why didn't you tell me he was here?
You didn't ask me.
I shall be glad to get rid of you people that act.
Well, now what's happened? Where's he gone? Who, Andy? Oh, he's probably out warming up his jitney. He don't hold much with folks that stand around ranting and raving.
Oh, Charley, Floyd, I'd like to talk to you a minute.
Sure, Ben. Why, we're always glad to talk to one of our backers, Ben.
It's about the cannonball picking up my apple crop.
Yeah? Well, we always pick up your apple crop, Ben. Always.
Yeah, but I'd like it done a little different from now on.
Oh?
Yeah, from now on, instead of me lugging all the crates to the crossing, I'd like you to make a stop at the end of each row of trees.
Golly, Ben, that'd be a lot of stopping and going.
Well, could be, but when you're part owner of a train, you got a right to request a certain amount of stopping and going.
Well, I don't know about that, Ben.
Would making it an order instead of a request clear things up for you?
An order?
You heard me.
And so did I. Boys, from now on, when you make your afternoon run, I'd like for you not to blow your whistle at my crossing.
Not blow the whistle in the crossing?
It makes my cows skittish.
Boy, I don't know for a train not to whistle at a crossing.
Now, you just hold your horses. It's my crossing and partly my train. So you just consider that an order, too. Come on, Ben.
Yeah, a double order.
Are you coming? That jitney's just sitting out there burning up the gas.
No, my good man, I think I'll stay on here for a few days after all.
Well, suit yourself.
Oh, that lovely dissension.
Here, girl. Just stretch this out across there. Doesn't it look good, Kate? We're going to hang it up at the Shady Rest station.
It's wonderful, Uncle Joe.
This is a proud day, the return of the cannonball.
Ha! Oh, Mr. Bedlow, be careful of those steps. The carpet is loose.
Kate, why'd you tell him to spoil everything?
Aren't you a little premature with all this?
What do you mean?
You're assuming that your little band of incompetents will actually succeed. I say, let us see.
Well, for your information, Mr. Bedlow, we have succeeded. Right at this moment, the cannonball is preparing to leave Woodell.
On her remaiden voyage.
Big day, Charlie.
Yeah.
Floyd, have a cigar. Have a cigar. Oh, Andy, have a cigar.
Hey, this is a big day, ain't it?
Well, Sam ain't handed out cigars since the day he got the meat slice.
Come on, fellas, let's get aboard. Okay.
Say, just a minute. You men aren't going on our cannonball smoking those cigars.
Now, Maud, what right have you to give an order like that?
The right of a stockholder.
Well, we're all stockholders, too.
Yeah.
Well, this train is not leaving until this matter is settled. You're the conductor. You settle it.
Now, Floyd, it seems like you're the logical feller.
Aren't we too early? Well, you never can tell. Charlie might try to show off and make a record run.
Look what I got for him in case he does.
What is it?
That's something I saw on TV, where the good car crashes through, see, and beats the bad car. What's with you?
I was just thinking, what if the paper's too tough for the cannonball to crash through?
Bedlow, your radiance spreads over this valley like a swarm of locusts.
Pay no attention to him. Come on, we better rehearse.
For what?
You'll see. All right. Ready? 1 and 2 and...
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. What's the best train on the track? Cannonball!
I may need Dramamine. What a way to enjoy a cigar.
Golly, Sam, it was practically a civil war. I had to make some compromise.
Well, on the basis of this, you're no Abe Lincoln.
If I had my way, you men wouldn't be smoking at all.
Careful, Maud, or I'll open my sack on you.
What do you suppose is keeping them?
They'll be along soon.
Want to rehearse your cheer again?
Better not. My pom-pom is beginning to molt.
Maybe the train won't come. Maybe you took a wrong turn.
The cannonball will get here, and it'll get here on time.
When's on time?
When it gets here.
I believe I'll just open this window.
And I believe I'll just close it.
The air smells good.
It muffles my hair.
Well, then take your hair off and put it in a box till we get to fish.
Conductor!
Come on. I'm beginning to lose my fondness for you.
What do you think's coming down the track?
What?
Nothing.
You hear that, Mr. Bedlow? That's the cannonball.
We just sound this side of Kate Smith. Watch it out.
She broke through.
1, 2, That's funny. Maybe we ought to do it again. 1 and a 2.
Wait a minute, Uncle Joe. Floyd, what's the matter? This is a happy occasion.
The worst run we ever had.
The worst.
Well, why? And where is everybody?
Meeting in there.
Eating over what?
You name it, and they're meeting over it. Sam wants the windows up. Maud wants the windows down. Annie wants the seats forward. Hattie wants the seats backwards. The men want to smoke. The women don't want them to. Ben Miller says stop at every row of trees. Mosley says don't blow the whistle. Everybody telling us what to do. Us, with a combined 67 years of railroading, telling us how to run a train.
Look, girls, you go on up and fix a nice snack for everybody. And Uncle Joe, you help him, huh? Boys, give me a hand up, will you?
Good thinking, Kate. Persuading's a lot easier when you're talking to a full stomach.
You know, I don't blame you fellas feeling the way you do. I understand what you're going through. Well, I'm glad somebody understands.
Even if it's only you.
That's all right. I don't bear a grudge. You know, we railroaders must stick together against them.
What do you mean? What can we do?
Well, I know what I'd do if I were you.
What?
Come with me. Well, I guess the sum and substance of it is, as long as any one of us owns a share, we're going to open our yaps. When we get our money back, we'll close them.
And that about sums it up, huh? Well, we can't get any money, so I guess I'll have to talk to Floyd and Charley and see if we can get them to live with it. And knowing what gentlemen they are, I'm sure they'll cooperate. We quit?
I wonder why they do a thing like that.
Well, that's what I'd like to know. Floyd! Charley! Floyd! Charley!
Hi, Kate. You want us?
What are you doing up there?
Enjoying our retirement. Enjoying it a lot.
Retirement? Where did you get such a silly idea?
We were advised by our counsel.
Your counsel?
How do, Miss Bradley?
I might have known. Come out of there, you soggy Benedict Colonel.
Boys, come down here. I want to talk to you.
Have your people agreed to cease interfering in the railroad?
Well, no.
I thought not. Come, Charles, your turn to dive for the nickel.
Wait a minute. Boys, if you don't come down out of there, I'm going to pull down that spout and drain every drop of water out of that tank.
We hold the trump cards. Why not? Come on, men.
What are you going to do, Kate?
Oh, I don't know, but we can't let Homer Bedloe get away with this.
That's for sure. Here they come.
Boys... Oh.
All right, Kate, we're covered.
Oh, are you covered?
These suits was all we'd find in the baggage car. They're a little old-fashioned.
You should have tried wearing mail sacks.
Now, just a minute. Don't let her intimidate you or change the subject. Mrs. Bradley, these men have had it. They're going to work for me on the main line and leave the cannonball.
Is that true, fellas?
Well, it would be nice to get back to the big time.
Folks was mean to us.
Cramming here, you that thin-skinned? Look at the other side of it. If you had the rector, none of this would ever happen.
Well, it wasn't our fault.
Somebody else take up them ties?
No, I took them. But I wasn't the worm that ate holes in them.
That's the core of the whole matter. If there's any fault, it's them wormhole ties.
You know, you're right. And Mr. Bedloe, think what that means.
What does it mean?
Well, after all, the C&FW is the legal owner of the cannonball.
Well?
And the legal owner is responsible for maintenance of the tracks.
So?
So, I'm afraid, Mr. Bedloe, your company is in for a whopper of a lawsuit.
The Home Office hates that sort of thing.
Ben Miller, he lost 3 crates of apples because they couldn't be delivered.
Conrad Mosley told me he lost 8 cans of cream, had them go sour on waiting on the siding.
And don't forget the widow Jenkins. She was all set to run off with the traveling salesman, and before she could get to Woodell, he had traveled.
You can hardly put a price on a broken heart.
Bedloe, almost anybody in this valley could drum up a lawsuit against the C&FW. Even the Shady Rest lost business.
Let's stick 'em for a bundle.
Wait a minute. Isn't there something we can do? Something to clear up this whole ugly mess?
Yes, Mr. Bedloe, there might be.
Nice to get her money back. I'm still interested.
Here's your 30. And yours, 30. And Sam, yours.
I still like my...
Maud, here's yours. Ben, here's yours. And Andy, there's yours.
I still like to pick up the apples.
Well, boys, the cannonball is yours to run as you wish, just as it's always been.
Now, I hope you're satisfied. My pockets are empty. Oh, ain't that a shame?
It sure is. Come on, Mr. Bedloe, we're going to help you out.
What do you mean? How?
We're all going to the water tower, and we'll help you dive for your nickel.
Well, Kate, I've done it again.
Junction.